Oi, what's up boys and grots and little snots, and can't forget the digger knobs.
Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G, the Hypersapien, and on this video I am going to review some Grim Skull miniatures that I ordered online. So I picked up Orc and I picked up some grots. Now the idea was I wanted to find some grots that looked like my character that I'm creating for this channel, mascot, whatever you want to call him, and that's Gitgob the Gobbo. Now after looking around, I wanted my grot to be a little bit different than your average grot. I wanted the features to be a bit more different than, say, Games Workshop and other miniature companies that do grots. I ended up finding Grimskull, and they had some really big gremlin, the movie gremlin type ears. It's a really big, floppy and silly looking, and that was kind of the idea that I wanted for Gitgob. All the grots were kind of similar, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to use them for. Got a few ideas, and I'm most likely going to use them all as Gitgob, but I'm going to have different reasons, or I'm going to have him doing different stuff. So first of all, they have really nice blister packs or packaging. You've got your Grim Skull, Orc Steroid grot, really nice logo and design, punk type skull, Grim Skull, nice little blister pack, keeps all the miniature and parts where you want it to be. Got all the legal stuff, different languages, warnings, choking hazards, not for children under 3 years of age, small parts. It's made in Ukraine, so had these sitting there for a little bit. So now it's time to bust this open and have a look at what I got, and I can show you why I picked them. Now these came pretty quickly, considering the times we're living in. Didn't have to wait too long, maybe a bit longer I'd imagine than normal, but I was pretty happy with the wait time. They do obviously various other factions. They do obviously orcs. The prices are pretty reasonable, can't really complain there. But yeah, as I say, this is the most closest to how I wanted Gitgob to look, so one of the main reasons I picked these. Just like always, you pick stuff and then you kind of wish that you chucked a few more items in. As I say, I've had a quick peek before I've done this video, and the miniatures and resin is really crisp looking. Doesn't look like there's no issues there. But that's enough of me rambling. Time to bust this open. I'm gonna really staple to keep that on. Nice crisp packaging. You got your base, a little baggie. I'll place this on the bench top. I'll just come down so it'll focus on what I'm doing. Now this is similar to the way I was designing Gitgob. So it looks like there's a mould line, which obviously isn't going to be too hard to clean up. It's a little bit reflective, so I'd say that's the release agent. Yeah. There's a few mould lines here and there. Obviously, with a knife, that won't be hard to clean up. The details are crisp. The folds in the shorts, really nice crisp stuff there. But yeah, he just has that really cheeky, angry, I don't give a type look. I like how his eyes are, I guess, a little bit more cartoony, but obviously it depends how you paint them as well. There's some really crisp feet with claws on toenails compared to the old school Games Workshop ones. If you haven't seen that video, I reviewed Gretchen. Go give that a watch after if you're into Gretchen and want to see. So yeah, gonna have to give this a bit of a wash and a little bit of a tidy up, but that ain't no issue. So yeah, I really liked the characterful, colourful expressions. You know, some nice features to paint there. I like his eyes. Gonna be able, you know, this is a small miniature, but it's not going to be hard to paint those eyes up nicely. You know, I've painted smaller eyes and managed to pull it off, and some detail, those eyes are really going to stand out, and that is awesome. Now, as I said, I really liked their grots. You can get grots, the service crew grots, you can get them with the weapon. I'm unsure exactly what they called it, but obviously it's a cannon of some kind. But yeah, this is the Steroid grot. So it's got some mould lines and bits of flash and whatnot, but nothing that I'm disappointed with or that's going to be hard. Just a bit of cleanup like most miniatures. And look at that detail. So yeah, that's his Steroid hand. And then this is where it starts coming together, all comedic and cool. So this piece has there's a little tab on it. Basically that's how easy it is to break off. I'm going to have to clean that. Look at those veins. Look how detailed and cool that hand is. So yeah, there's that Bane, Steroid, bodybuilder, staunch, punch another git in the face arm. You got that hand there. Because that's got a square piece that clicks in. And this one, yeah, so a little bit hard to do on camera, but there's a little sort of circular part, and yeah, he looks like he's jacked up and about to punch an orc's teeth in, go spend that loot. But I mean, how cool's that? That's Git Gob when he's telling his little stories about how he goes around bashing orcs, making out he's a superhero. This is in reality how he pulls it off. And then the last part on him is this. I'll go to the side obviously and see how it fits, which side up, but overall I'm really pleased and happy with these. As I say, that's that look that I wanted Git Gob to have. Just a bit bigger features, eyes, nose and ears. But yeah, what an awesome little miniature that is. So I mean, obviously I can use them in my army and have them as grots, but which I could do, but it's a little bit more special than just a normal grot that's going to be destroyed or kicked around. As I say, I might make these HQs or use them as orcs, but obviously a grot. Use an orc stat. Now, on to the next one. As I said, really nice blister packs. And first we'll show this. Now this really reminds me of gremlins when they muck around and dress up. But how cool is that? He's got sitting foot on a mushroom. It's got a big missile. This one has got hardly any cleanup needed. It's a little bit shiny in places. How cool those glasses are that they just slide over his ear. See what I mean, how they all look kind of like the same grot. I'm gonna love his little shirt, his cuff, or could even be some jewellery. And again, just how these characters are, just those features, that smile, and how much character they have. Anyway, this one comes in again with, well, this one comes with a bigger base than the old Git Gob jacked up version. Also, I'm guessing this is a tab that just comes off. How's he going to fit in here? And nice details. Wire TV. And then you get this piece as well. I'm pretty sure this is an antenna. So it's sort of but yeah, don't know exactly what I'm going to use them for, as I said, but I mean, who doesn't love that? Even if it's a display piece. Or I could use him in terrain, put him on some terrain, and you know, it'd be cool, like an announcer for a fighting pit or something. Like sort of comical. He's the announcer, TV head for the fights. So yeah, we'll put him aside. Now the last is the Orc Helper Service Crew. And we've got a few kits in this one. As I said, this comes, you can get a version or variant with a weapon, like a cannon. So I'll quickly bust this open and be right back. So you get the same size as the Steroid one. So we get 4 bases. Let's empty these parts out. So what have we got here? Gotta love a grot with some goggles. It's nice, floppy. It also looks like it's not just flimsy. It's a bit of bashing and blacksmith work right there to get that. Got your grenade at the back. It's got kind of overalls on almost. Look at that with the tongue out. It's just great. You're getting that smile, grimace, angry slash I'm going to enjoy causing some havoc. We got this one, which is a bit more of a mech oiler. It's got his little whip or wire to bodge something up. And again, that nice hook nose. This one's not smiling, he's more concentrating with his banana nose. Now he's got some goggles. Obviously it's a bit different from the last one. It's magnifying eyepiece and your normal. It's got some cogs, wrenches. That is awesome. These sculpts are amazing. Now this one, it's got a cigar, it's got that smile. It's got like a light bulb, the whole, I've got a light bulb and idea. Probably a miner of some kind going down into little grot burrows. Look at that. Wires going up to the helmet. It's awesome. Right, yet again, all these have hardly any cleanup. Now the last one. This is Git Gobble over here. The whole pointing, going off at probably some big war boss. Probably a couple of fungus ales and they're having a fight and he's trying to say you don't know who Git the Gobbo is. So he's got belt straps going around him. Looks like standing on a bit of a rock. His face open slightly, but he's still got that, yet again, that angry, cheeky, laughing, causing mischief face. His nose doesn't seem quite as banana as some, but will you really notice if I use them all as one character? The fact he's got like a hole in his ear and whatnot. Oh, I didn't notice that big clock or watch. That's awesome. Bit of cleanup underneath. Nice big rivets. Good old rivets man would be loving this. Now rivets man and Dakka boy. Git Gob is Dakka boy. Now we have all these arm pieces now. Look at that. That's awesome. One with the megaphone shouting at all the orcs to do what Git Gob says. It's like a wire, exposed wire, obviously patching up a vehicle, or if you got the cannon, whoops, it's not firing. This one's here to save the day. And the last piece, it's kind of a ratchet. Obviously some need to be glued or they're not just going to be able to hold on while I show you, but see if we can work out where each one of these goes. Now, for some reason, I feel this one goes here. Now, I'll do this off camera and come back and so you don't have to sit there and wait for me twiddling my thumbs. Well, obviously, some need to be glued or they're not just going to be able to hold on while I show you, but I'm pretty sure I've got them all right. Right arm to body. So he's the one with the exposed wire. He's kind of got his tongue out like, you know, a painter would or someone that's really concentrating on their job. And I'll show the other one that I have to hold the arm to him. And I know this is the right one because pointing, shouting, screaming for all the other gits to do what Git Gobbo says. And then these ones, they kind of fit without needing to be glued in a way. Now, I'm pretty sure this would be the right one. He's got all the lights and probably going into a mine or under the vehicle fixing it. But yeah. Now this is the whole gang of Git Gob de Gobbo, or Git Gob and his boys. Now I have to say Grimskull, their sculpts and the resin is really good quality. Price not too bad at all. Obviously everything that comes to Australia normally costs an arm and a teeth. So really happy with these though, because these, as I say, is how I wanted my Git Gob to look. So overall I'm really pleased with this. Now I'll leave the information for the website if you want to look into it, because I think it's called Wargame Exclusive. The website, it's not Grimskull. Now they do loads of other great parts. I'll have to get some more, but I got what I could. Even though they looked really good quality, the website and everything looked good, you still grab what you can, regret it after because you realise that you should have bought some more. But that's how it is. You grab some so you can have a bit of a gander, work out if you like it or not, and then go back and get some more. Now they have their equivalent of Necron, Marines, Chaos, Tau, Sisters, Hunters. They have a Mandalorian from the show. They have their variation of them. They had another grot that I was going to get, which is actually a snot. A snot in a pram, which is the child. Baby Yoda, as people seem to like to call him, even though he's the child. Yeah, overall I'm really happy with what I got myself. Probably should have got a couple of orc bits just to play around with them, but if people like this review, if I grab some more, might review them as well for you, just so you people that still haven't bought or looked into the company, see what the orc parts look like. Obviously I'll leave the company link in my description, so you can go at your own leisure and look at what you may want. Now, me personally, I'd say support these guys. I mean, you can tell the quality, you can tell the passion, you can tell how much work the artist put into it, the sculpting. Amazing. I mean, I love my Games Workshop grots and stuff, but there's just something about these that's awesome. They could definitely fit in, and you wouldn't really turn a nose up at them. But also they have their own charm as well. Now they'd fit in with your army, they're not too different. But also you can they still stand on their own. Now, the recent Red Gobbo, now he was an amazing sculpt, so was Makari, but I wouldn't be disappointed if someone gave these to me. So speaking of, I've got an extra orc steroid grot that will be up for grab very soon. So if you want to win this, make sure you subscribe, and even tell your friends who may be interested in orcs. Tell your friends to subscribe, because I'll be giving them away once the channel builds a little bit more. I think I'll give it away at 100 subs, and let people that have supported me, let me show a bit of appreciation back, show my appreciation for supporting me, and give it something back. Unfortunately, I've only got one to give away, but I've already got another giveaway that I just ordered earlier. Obviously, I'm going to review that, and I'll give away another company that has amazing wargaming models, minis, or terrain. I'll leave it at that so you don't know what it's going to be. But I definitely grabbed an extra of something earlier that I grabbed myself just for another giveaway. So if you like my content, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so you can be notified of when I do more videos, because these prizes will be popping up very, very soon. Now, if anyone else you know would be interested, share the videos to them and tell them to subscribe, because I'll be giving him away. Probably need about 18 more to get to 100. Then I'll do a video letting you know, let's build this up to 100, and you could be in the chance to win your own Grim Skull Orc Steroid grot. But even if you don't win, I'll leave the link for Grim Skull in the description. If you could go have a look at yourself what you may want, even if you're not an orc collector. They have some amazing looking Marines, Tau and Necron and so on. So that's this video coming to an end. Now, as always, thanks for watching. G, the Hypersapien, out.